Today I will introduce a new method for you called AuraTransformation. AuraTransformation is an incredible method that will help your clients to expand their consciousness. I did my Aura transformation in 2008, and you can read about my case in the book The Crystal Human by Sennov. A great book that will explain to you how 20 people experiences this physically, psychologically and spiritually, not at least. And for me it has been like a way to bring my spirit into my body. To be able to act upon my intuition is really a tremendous quantum leap. Sennov is an incredible lady. I've been fortunate to know her for the past 4 years, and in 2011 we met in an exhibition in Sweden. During this exhibition I did an interview with her that I would like to share with you today that explains what Aura Transformation is all about. Annie, we live in a very mental world, and I think the head beside you illustrates this in a very good way. Why does this guy, or any other for that sake, need an aura transformation?
This guy and most other people need an aura transformation because it can help them combine their spiritual intelligence and their love energy and their whole spiritual capacity with this energy that's present here on Earth right now. And Aura transformation is a consciousness development system, you could say.
Okay.
And it's not connected to religion or to beliefs in any other ways. It's the spiritual energy being connected to the Earth energy or your materialization power. So you can combine it, and you can be creative, and you can be more spontaneous, and you can have focus on both yourself and your surroundings. So I'd like to combine Aura transformation with not oneness, where we are all one, but with wholeness, where we can be very different, but we respect each other, and that's place enough for most of us.
Annie, you've been working with spirituality for a long time, and you have met a lot of people, and today there are approximately 50,000 Aura transformed people around the world. You have grown up a lot of competence on these areas. How have this influenced you?
I don't know whether it has influenced me or not, because from the beginning I was not focused on working with those things. I was not focused on working with spirituality. I was an astrologer, and I started reading and studying astrology very early. So I thought it was a very big interest for me, and that was enough. I didn't know about healing and regression therapy and all that stuff. So in fact I met my spirit, you could say, because I got ill, very ill. In fact, I got really sick for 3.5 years back in time. I was around 28 years old, and I was working in a bank. I had worked there for maybe 9 years at that time. And suddenly I got so sick, and that was because my soul aura structure, it just couldn't withstand this spiritual energy coming from the outside any longer. And I didn't know about spiritual energy, and I didn't know very much, but suddenly I got so clairvoyant. I had all kinds of messages coming into my head, while at the same time having so much pain in my body. And you could say that I had to fly away, just move out of my body, because it was so painful. So I didn't need to take any drugs, any kind of drugs, because I had all this interesting stuff right outside my body, and no aura. So within 3.5 years, when I was really sick, and I was visiting the hospital several times, and lots of alternative treatment was tried out without helping me, I suddenly had this information about having a new, not aura structure, but a kind of protection around my body. So I had a friend helping me, and I didn't know what it was all about. I just knew that I was very unprotected. And when she helped me, I had this kind of energy, a new kind of energy layer around my body, and it turned out to be an indigo aura, which I didn't know at that time, and it was so protecting, and it was so magnetic. So suddenly I could just attract almost anything in my life. But I couldn't do it on my own. I could attract the energies, but I just couldn't hold the energy around my body. So I had another person to help me connecting this energy to my physical body. And
that was an Aura Mediator, wasn't it?
No, in fact, she wasn't an Aura Mediator because I knew nothing about AuraTransformation at that time.
No.
She was a very good healer and she had a very strong capacity, you could say. So she could materialize, not just manifest, but materialize this energy around my physical body. And she went into trance when she had her hands on me. And I was very much awake because I was so clairvoyant at that time. So I could see what was happening and I could see this indigo aura just being built up around my physical body. It was so strange, yeah. And suddenly, you know, I had clients coming for healing, and I was an astrologer, so I made lots of horoscopes during those years. And suddenly, all my clients, they wanted to have this kind of transformation that they just knew that I could help them with. So I just didn't understand anything. So in fact, I wrote my first book about AuraTransformation when I had the phone ringing, I think 100 times in one day, and I got so tired of all those questions. And I thought, okay,
what year was this?
That was in 1996.
1996.
Yeah, so it's many years ago.
And from there, it has really just built.
Just developed, and all the people, you know, journalists were working on those spiritual magazines. They thought that I was crazy because how could I channelize this energy, and was it coming from Jesus or Sananda or Mother Mary, and I just knew that it was coming from me, you know, from the inside. But I didn't know that I had a kind of spiritual energy inside me that had a language of its own.
Okay, Annie, you are now moving into the United States. Is that correct? In the United States, there are a lot of religions, a lot of belief systems, and there is a lot of fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, why should someone consider AuraTransformation in your point of view?
I think that the United States is a place where people have moved to, or maybe they have been born into this country with the hope and the freedom very present in their energy systems, in their consciousness, and AuraTransformation can help them express this freedom, energy, and their spiritual energy much more. So it should help them develop the society in a much faster pace.
Being an Aura Mediator means that I am capable of performing an Aura transformation. And now that we are moving into the United States, I will start my business in San Diego. Aura transformation is an incredible method. I am an Aura Mediator myself, and I have seen the difference it can make for people trying to reach their Dharma. Reaching your Dharma is complicated because in one or another way you are connecting the conscious and the unconscious, and that is where Carl Gustav Jung once said that you would reach your potential. But in this context, it is important to remember that the method is available and that you can also book an introduction hour with me. You could read more about it in the webpage AuraTransformation.com, and there you will be able to find answers to how you can proceed. If you are interested in getting more information about AuraTransformation, you can find these in 3 books that I picked out for you here today. One is Crystal Children, Indigo Children, Adults of the Future by Annie Sennov. It's the Crystal Human, where you will have a lot of cases that you could check out and see how AuraTransformation actually transists and develops and expands in body, mind and spirit. Very, very nice. My cases, among others, also here. And then we have the last book called Balance on All Levels. This is the Nordic Nordic edition, but in the English edition that you will see behind me, you will have the same information translated into your own language. For me, it has been a quantum leap to be able to be clear on what I want and to be able to explain how it works. And as in life, and as we started this video, you know that it is all about choices. And these choices can sometimes lead us to the left, or it can lead us to the right. But the most important thing is, what do you believe in yourself? And that is why I believe in coaching. That is why I believe it is so important to introduce this method for other coaches in the United States. Thank you so much for watching this video with Kristian Fredheim and Toolkit for Coaches. I hope it has been informative for you, and just as you know it, in San Diego you will be able to reach me, and I will be able to provide you with an Aura Transformation, information, lectures, whatever you need to get updated on this method that will be brought to the United States early 2014. Thank you.